Hello and welcome to the beautiful Sharjah Stadium here in Sharjah, UAE. We are all set for the final quarter-final, the last one of the 37th Sharjah Ramadan Cup T20. And that will be between two fantastic teams, Z Sports taking on GHK Properties, both of them having some very nice names in there, some very good cricketers in there. And that is why this promises to be a very good encounter. The winner of this, of course, will join Karwan in the semi-final, which should also be an exciting contest. But for now, it's the quarter-final that we're focused on, and that is coming up very shortly live. We had the toss a short while ago. Let's find out what happened over there. Quarter-final of this Ramadan League here at the Sharjah Stadium. We've got GHK Properties taking on Z Sports. I've got the two captains, Shahbaz Ali for GHK Properties, Shahrukh for Z Sports, and of course, as always, our match referee, Mr. Tehseen Javed, watching over proceedings in this beautiful evening in Sharjah. Shahbaz is going to flip the coin. Heads is the call. Seems to be a heads. Yes, confirmation by Mr. Tehseen. You won the toss. What is the plan?
I look to bat first.
Tell me the reason why.
Just looks like a flat wicket, and I don't think with the wind coming, with the breeze flowing, with there not going to be much dew factor. And using the shorter end, we will be looking to put up a good score, and runs on the board is always comfortable in the final for me.
You had a couple of matches abandoned, of course, given the situation, but how have you kept spirits high in the room?
I mean, we've been playing a lot of cricket, so I feel like the match abandoned actually gave us a well-needed break in the Ramadan season. So we're already fresh, and we're actually happy to be directly into the quarterfinals.
Is there a number you're looking at on this wicket?
Anything above 200, I feel like my team will be very confident in defending it.
All the best and go well.
Thank you so much.
Shahbaz, you're happy to bowl first?
Yeah, we have a plan for ball because I think today they are using a new track, so we want to purchase something from here.
You won 3 out of 3. So far, so good. But now it's a quarter-final knockout situation. How's the mood in the camp? The boys up for it?
Yeah, confidence level is very high because all 3 matches in the group stage we won, so hopefully we will won today.
It's a new track. You said you wanted to bowl first. They said they want to put up at least 200. But what's your plan in restricting them?
Definitely we will try to restrict them under 170, so it will be easy for chase.
All the best. I know you're waiting to come and bowl here. Go well.
Thank you.
That is the news from the centre here in the Sharjah Stadium. Z Sports, they won the toss and they are going to bat first. Of Z Sports, they want to bat first on this new track, as he confirmed there. Looks a very good one. It's nice and flat. A few cracks, but here at the Sharjah Stadium, they don't mean much. Generally very good for batting. It is towards the extreme left from the commentary box, so expect the leg side for the left-hander and the leg side for the right-hander from this end to be on the shorter side. To be more precise, it's the front end that we're talking about. But these are the two teams and this is how they line up. GHK Properties, of course, some of these names are very well known. Yasir Khalim is in the form of his life, highest run scorer in this tournament so far. Nasif Faraz, Ron Mustafa, very well decorated cricketer. Umair Ali, he goes wherever Mustafa goes. Keshav Sharma, Mohit Kalyan, Shahbaz Ali, the skipper. Ajay Dharnia, Haider Ali is also in there. Harshit Kaushik, the UAE International, of course, Sagar Kalyan makes up the 11 for the GHK Properties. And you look at Z Sports, Shahrukh, the skipper, right at the top. Basil Hamid, also in good form these days. Ronak Panoli, we know how destructive he can be. Salman Randhawa. Zishan Abid will be keeping, of course. Danish Qureshi bowls very well, quenching the ball both ways. Nilansh Keswani with a bit of left arm spin and also batting. Raiz Ahmed, another destructive batter. Shahid Bhutta for pace, and of course, expect Rithya Aravind as well to open the batting and provide those explosives alongside Ronak Panoli. So really, a good mix of youth and experience between both teams. You'd say Z Sports is a more younger side, and GHK Properties are relying more on experience and form and names and reputation, if that were the way to go. Either way, this does promise to be a great encounter. Some very well-known names in both these teams, the likes of Ron Mustafa, Basil Hamid, Harshit Kaushik, Nilansh Keswani, all UAE internationals, so they've played at the highest level, and therefore this one should be a good one. Looks like we're all in readiness to play. Umpire Asif Iqbal is out there alongside Kashif Billah, who's at the leg umpire's position right now. We're just confirming if everything is good to go. It is Ramadan. It is the Ramadan League, the famous Ramadan League here in Sharjah, and we're getting to the business end of it with this last quarter-final played between Z Sports and GHK Properties. As I reminded earlier, the winner of this will go on to play Karwan in the semi-final of the Cup edition. Of course, we also have the Plate edition. We'll talk about that shortly. We're all set for ball number 1. With a left arm pace, no real movement on offer, goes straight on with the arm and a dot to start. Ronak Panoli taking strike for Z Sports. He's been joined by Shahrukh Mohammed, the skipper, and Ajay Dharnia will be starting off with the new ball for GHK Properties. That first ball was indication that this is a good track to bat on. Managed to get some bat onto it, not very convincingly. Maybe a touch slower from the bowler. Will take their time to assess these two. It is a new track, so maybe a couple of deliveries just to watch out, see what's going on, what the track is offering. Once you're set, there's plenty of runs to be made here in Sharjah Stadium. And from where Ronak is batting, the leg side is certainly his shorter boundary. He's got a deep square leg in the deep and a third man in position. Oh, a little bit of bounce on that. Ronak Panoli looking to drive it through the off. It's been quite accurate so far, Ajay. Just hitting those fifth stump lines. Inviting the batter to get on the front foot, which is the ideal way to go early on with the new ball. Don't want to be too short or too full. And once as a bowler also you've assessed the conditions, that's when you make those adjustments. This is short. He's cut it away. Hasn't really got it off the middle of the bat. A good bit of fielding there at third. Umair Ali inside the circle. Putting in the dive to stop that from running away to the boundary. Will be the first runs on the board for Z Sports. Ronak is off the mark. That'll bring the left-handed Shahrukh on to strike for the first time. It's been a very good start by Ajay Dharnia. Has been peppering that fifth and sixth stump channel. Ronak hasn't been able to middle it too well. Both these teams in very similar colours. Very turquoise kind of green sporting. Nice and straight to the left-hander. He's taking his off-stump guard almost, Shahrukh. See his leg stump exposed when he's taking the stance, so wants to be as straight as possible. Get in line with the ball, get close to the ball to try and drive it. But Ajay has been hitting some good lengths. On that good length, not being too full, not being too short. Keeping it very tight. Just one run off this first over so far. Last ball coming up. Slightly leg side-ish, but won't get any bat onto it. And a brilliant first over from Ajay comes to an end. It's 1 for none after 1. No surprises here. It's going to be the left arm spin of Haider Ali. Likes to bowl with the new ball. It's going to be around the wicket to the right-handed Ronak Panoli. Starts off nice and straight. And that's something he does very well, Haider Ali. He's always stump to stump. Asks the batter to go after him. Very important part of the UAE national setup as well now. Stayed low. Ronak was looking to pull that away. Again, hasn't found his timing. So 6 deliveries faced. Just hasn't looked himself, Ronak Panoli. Maybe holding on the surface a little bit. At least that's what early indications are. Too early to call it too. It's just the second over. Makes room to try and go through the off. Gets an inside edge. Goes past the keeper. Fine leg will give it a chase. It'll be a couple runs. Again, not off the middle of the bat for Ronak Panoli. But he'll take the runs. The more time he spends out there, the more comfortable he'll get. But there's certainly a little bit of hold on the surface. Haider Ali loves to open the bowling. Does it for the national team, for UAE as well. And almost every domestic match he plays. Darting that one in onto the pads. Ronak Panoli not able to get that one away as well. It's been a real struggle for him. He's normally very destructive, very aggressive. But he just hasn't connected. It's an important game this. It's a quarter-final. They'll have to get going to put up a big score on this track. And he's bowled him. Ronak Panoli's troubles come to an end. This one was darted in once again. Hits his pads, ricochets onto the stumps. And Panoli was too late through the shot. And as a result, GHK Properties have got their first wicket. Z Sports are 3 for 1. You would have thought he'd open the batting, but Rithya Aravind has walked out at number 3 for Z Sports. Another very exciting young batter. He's been in very good form. The former UAE national. Of course, he still is in contention for the national side. Just hasn't made a comeback into it, but he's let his bat do the talking of late. Watchful as he always is. And a successful over from Haider Ali. Picks up a wicket off his first. It's 3 for 1 after 2. Just the one over for Ajay Dharnia. The captain, Shahbaz Ali, brings himself on now. Very experienced Shahbaz Ali. Plays in multiple tournaments. Much sought after bowler. Around the wicket to the left-hander. Much better from Shahrukh. Will present the full face of the bat. Dot ball. Not the best of starts this from Z Sports. 3 for 1. It's a third over in progress. Yet to find a boundary. Oh, very well bowled. That's beaten him. Held its line. Shahrukh was looking to fend that away, but just moved away from him at the last moment. And this is something the GHK Properties bowlers have done very well. They've been very disciplined. Yet to see a ball where there's width on offer or it's been too full for them to try and drive. It's been on a good length and on that off stump and fourth stump channel. Batters have to be very, very technically correct here. Again, in line with the stumps. Can't get past the fielder. It'll only be a dot ball. 3 dot balls in a row now. It's a very slow and sedate start this from Z Sports. GHK Properties have figured out that on this track you're not going to find swing. The best way to contain batters is to be disciplined in your lines and lengths. So far, all 3 bowlers have done that extremely well. Looking to use his feet there, but again, cramping him for room. Shahbaz. Mohit Kalyan at covers has been very busy. The ball keeps finding him. Shahrukh defending that with the full face of the bat. The ball keeps going to that covers region. Very attacking bowling this. Even though they're not finding anything on the surface, the lines have been pretty impressive. Fielders are also backing them up with some good ground fielding and a lot of noise being made out there. This has been lifted. Finally, Shahrukh gets a shot going. It's gone over mid-on. The first boundary comes up for Z Sports. It's taken them 2.5 overs, but they finally find one. Wasn't a bad delivery, but Shahrukh was looking to go big. Mid-on up in the circle. That's always a safe shot to play. And he'll get off the mark as well after 6 dot deliveries. Finally gets off the mark with a boundary. They'll need a few more of that to try and get some momentum into their batting here, Z Sports. Full and driven. This time it's past the fielder as well. Does it have the legs to go all the way? Yes, it does. So back-to-back boundaries to end this third over. A much better one for Z Sports. 8 off it. It's 11 for 1 after 3. Haider Ali will bowl his second over, so he gets overs back to back. Ajay Dania just bowled the 1. He's been the one to pick up a wicket, Haider Ali. This one's through the off as well. This time it's Ritya Aravind. And that'll go for 4-2. So finally some runs coming here for the Z Sports. They're just waiting on it and playing it very late, Ritya. And more importantly, he played it in the gap between point and cover for a 4. That should bring back some confidence between the batters. They've been kept very quiet in the first couple of overs at least. Oh, looking for the big slog sweep. Misses everything. A risky shot to play. But he won't mind the result. It's 4 byes. We'll just wait for the umpire's confirmation. There you go. Kashif Birla with his hands up. Ritya will smile, but he'll know how close that was to the leg stump. Haider Ali, if he had found even a fun degree of turn there, that would have rattled the stumps. Very lucky of Ritya to be out there still. Makes room. Goes through the off. It's off the edge. Goes over third. And will be another boundary. Now that's 5 consecutive boundaries. 4 off the bat. The previous one was 4 byes. These men have decided that they want to try and go after the bowling now. There's no point hanging around. Not convincing this time. But they'll take it. They need the runs. They need the momentum in their batting. This is something he does very well, Vrithya. He makes room for himself, opens up the offside and picks up a lot of runs through that region. And after 5 consecutive boundaries, you finally get a single. Now it's going to be Shah Rukh on strike against Haider Ali. Darts it quick as he always does with the new ball. Will be a dot ball. GHK started well. And despite 5 consecutive boundaries, that run rate is still hovering at around 6 runs per over. That's how well GHK started with the ball in hand. Looking to carry it away, won't get too far. A dot ball to end the over. It's 24 for 1 after 4. Z Sports won the toss, decided to bat first, and this score of 24 for 1 in 4 looks much better than it was looking 2 overs ago. They barely got past double digits, but a flurry of boundaries has resulted in them getting some momentum. Shahbaz Ali to bowl his second. Starts off with a back of a length delivery. Prithya will guide that towards third. Will get a single. Looking a lot more confident now, these two batters. GHK will know that they need to regularly pick up wickets here because Z Sports have a lot of batting to come. Some very exciting names in their lineup. They all can pack a punch. Pulled away. There is a fielder down there. Looks like Nasir Faraz down at deep square leg. We'll keep it to a single. This is what was missing in the initial overs. There were too many dot balls. They would have maybe better off rotating the strike a bit more, pick up those ones and twos. Yes, if you're not finding boundaries, if the bowling is tight and disciplined, try and nudge it around, work the infield and get those quick ones and twos. Apply the pressure back on the bowler. Cut away uppishly. Protection in the deep for Vrithya as well on the offside. Nasir Faraz has been patrolling that boundary. We'll keep it to 1 run. He's such a strong offside player, Vrithya Aravind. Makes room for himself and you offer him a little bit of width. Plays those shots with a lot of confidence. Picks up a lot of runs through the offside. Very strong with the inside out against spinners. So he'll be key here. For Z Sports, they'll want him to bat long here in this quarter-final. Oh, that's a drop. Nasir Faraz has been kept busy in that region. Shah Rukh has looked to flick this away. They didn't look to hit it too hard. There you go, just flicking it. Down low but unable to hold on to it. He did see it, he did come for it, but it just didn't stick. That's a chance gone down. They'll pick up a single off that drop catch. Gotta take those at this level. Nasir Faraz is usually a brilliant fielder. That's much better from Shahbaz on that off stump line. Rithya, because there's been a few boundaries, the fielders are now all parked on the 30-yard circle, and because of that, he's managed to cross over quickly for a single, and that's what should have been the case from earlier on, but they've managed to figure it out here, these two, the skipper and Rithya both. Now it'll be about trying and getting as much as possible in the last over of the power play that's coming up after this delivery. Oh, that'll run away. Wonder if he's got any bat onto it. We'll wait for the umpire's signal, but that went very quickly. Yes, it is off the bat. So 4 runs to end this Shahbaz Ali over. Another good one for Z Sports. It's 33 for 1 after 5. Final over of the power play coming up. They are searching for wickets here, GHK Properties. They know these two can be a dangerous partnership, and that's why Haider Ali will get a third over. Down the track, very confidently pushed away to the fielder. Rithya is probably one of the best players of spin going around. And one thing he does very well is uses his feet quite nicely against the spinners. Harpishly played through the offside. Beautiful shot for a 4. I've been talking about his offside strengths. Here's another example of it. Nothing too wrong with the delivery, but look at how nicely he made room for himself. Down on one knee, opens the face of the bat and over the infield. It is the last over of the power play, so he will take advantage of those field restrictions. Now it's prompted Haider Ali to try and make a change here. Where does he bowl? Goes for the slug again. The last time he tried to do that, almost lost his wicket, but this time it'll hit him on the pad. Will be a dot ball. The previous boundary was such a good looking shot from Rithya. So good at those inside out shots against spinners. Down the track. Pull towards mid-wicket. Bit of work for the deep square leg fielder to do. Sagar Kalyan will come around. And they're coming back for the third. Excellent running this. Haider isn't pleased with his fielder. Should have been a better effort. Now they've picked up the momentum. 40 for 1 in 5.4. Looks much better than it was about 3 overs ago. They took their time to get going. There's been some aggression in the last couple of overs from these two batters. pulled firmly down towards long on by Shahrukh. He'll be more than happy to play second fiddle here to Vrithya Aravind, who is playing some delightful strokes. Shahrukh, skipper, put his anchor down and try and rotate the strike to give as much strike as possible to Vrithya Aravind, who's already on 19 of 12. That was darted in quicker once again down the leg side. He was looking to play the sweep shot. We'll just wait to see if that's been called a wide or not. Nope, just buys, so maybe something on it. But Vrithya is asking him, if that is a buy, if that struck nothing, then why isn't it not a wide? It's a fair question to ask. Regardless, it's 42 for 1 at the end of the power play. Changing the bowling now, Umair Ali into the attack. Couple of overs for Shahbaz, 3 overs for Haider. Now it's Umair Ali with a bit of medium pace here. Vrithya will like this. Starts off with a bit of width outside off. He'll get a single off the first ball. But offside to Vrithya towards the road here in Sharjah is a huge open space. And take advantage of that side to run those ones and twos. Now it's going to be left-handed Shahrukh on strike. Both these batters have now gotten onto a decent partnership. 40 to be more precise. The first wicket fell on 3. Down the track, hammered through the off. It's a shorter boundary. And it's gone. Yes, all the way. Brilliant shot this from Shahrukh. Keeper's up, but he still uses his feet. And it's met the ball. Smothered it. Over covers for a maximum. He's on 21 or 15 now, so he's also going for the shots here. This time it's watchful. Fuller from Umair Ali. They're coming back for the second. And they'll do it very well. Vrithya was the one who made the call. He was running at the danger's end, and because he decided from the onset that he wanted to, was comfortably in. This is good positive batting between these two. Putting pressure on the fielders. They can afford a dot ball here. Already made 9 runs off this over, so can choose their attacking options here. Don't have to go after everything. Another dot delivery. Umair Ali just correcting his lines there. Was a little too full and too short earlier on. But now he's managed to find that good length. Slightly away from the fielder, and that will allow them to get the single, and that will allow them to finish their over with 10 runs off it. 7 done. It's 52 for 1. Ron Mustafa into the attack. First ball has been pushed down towards the long on by Shah Rukh. Will be just a one run. A very animated character usually, Ron Mustafa. Just ensuring his field is right. It is a left-hand, right-hand combination, so they will have to change every time they rotate strike. Oh, they're asking the question. Vidya Aravind has edged this one to the keeper, and Ron Mustafa strikes for GHK Properties. Something always happens when Ron Mustafa comes on to bowl, and he's provided a much needed breakthrough. This partnership was looking threatening. Oh yes, there was an edge and a very good take by the keeper. Yasir Kaleem behind the stumps. Will take it cleanly, and that will result in the downfall of Vidya Aravind. Looked like a promising innings, but it has been cut short by Ron Mustafa, 53 for 2. Rais Ahmed is the new man in. Another very explosive batter. Gets off the mark with a single first ball. Another partnership required here for Z Sports. 54 for 2 after the fall of Vidya Aravind. GHK Properties needed that wicket. That partnership was looking good. Ron Mustafa, as always, in a hurry to finish off his overs. Shah Rukh asking for a bit more time. Stayed low, and it's cut it away. Pass point and third. That will run away to the boundary with an offer, and Shah Rukh has made good use of it. And not an easy shot to play. It did stay low, but Shah Rukh ensured. Not only did he get bare onto it, but he also hit it past the two fielders. Good shot. And an important boundary. Just when they lost the wicket, it's important to keep the run scoring going. Follows it up with a dot ball. Ron Mustafa considered a boundary in the previous ball. 6 runs off this over. Has picked up a wicket. Last ball coming up. Push down towards long on. Shah Rukh will get the single and keep the strike. And a successful over for GHK comes to an end. It's 59 for 2 after 8. Umair Ali to bowl his second around the wicket to the left-hander. Nice and straight in line with the stumps. And that's what the instruction will be to him. Keep it nice and tight. Force the batter to play his shots. Shorter this time. Oh, and a quick single could have been dangerous, and an overthrow will allow them to come back for the second. And another quick one. They'll get a couple of risky ones. 61 for 2 after 8.2. Much slower from Umair Ali. Oh, this could be a chance. They're asking the question. The direct hit was needed. Yasir Kaleem. Well, in fact, they've not bothered going upstairs because don't think he had the ball with him when breaking the stumps. But another risky one. These two seem to be picking up some risky singles, but so far it's come off well for them. Yeah, just not holding on to the ball there. Yasir Kaleem, generally a very good keeper on that occasion, unable to pick it up. It has stayed low on this track. We've seen it a couple of occasions now. Batters have looked to hit through the line, but bounce has been missing for most parts. And because of that, Rais Ahmed will look to make room, and once again it stayed low. And he's dismantled the off stump. Umair Ali strikes for GHK. Yeah, again, a little bit of pace on it from Umair as well. Rais Ahmed looking to go through the offside, will not make a connection. GHK Properties continue to provide breakthroughs. Here's another look at it. He's just walked in. The question is, was there a need for him to do? Goes under the bat. Yasir Kaleem obviously excited knowing what a big wicket this is of Rais Ahmed. 3 down now, 62 for 3. Out comes another man in good form, UAE international as well, Basil Hamid. One batter followed by another superstar batter here for Z Sports. Lots of talent in this team. Punch down the ground off the back foot. Gets a single, gets off the mark, Basil Hamid. And that'll be the end of another successful over for GHK Properties. It's 63 for 3 after 9. Rohan Mustafa to bowl his second. Picked up a wicket in the previous over. That of Rithya Arvind, the big one that. Basil Hamid is another player that takes his time. He's watchful in the start, but once he gets going and plays some very good shots. Real entertainer with bat in hand. Oh, that's taken. That's brilliant. We spoke about Basil, the entertaining batter, but what about Rohan Mustafa, the entertaining cricketer? Cannot keep him out of the game. This one played uppishly, but a little too straight for Basil Hamid's liking. And Rohan Mustafa, brilliant running catch. Never easy to take this with your bowling follow-through momentum. And he strikes again, Rohan Mustafa. That's wicket number 4. For Z Sports. Shahrukh has been left stranded out there. 63 for 4. Back live now. It's going to be Zishan Abid at number 6 for Z Sports. Just when they look like they were finding some momentum, they keep losing wickets here. It's turning out to be another brilliant over from Rohan Mustafa. 3 dots, a wicket, and now a single. Zishan will get off the mark. Batters have come and gone for Z Sports. Just haven't found any momentum. Shahrukh has been out there for a while. He came out to open, 33 on 26 for him. Other than him and Vithria, none of the batters have found any momentum. It looks to be a decent track to bat on. There may be a little bit of hold on the surface. Yes, it's coming on slightly slower, but it certainly isn't as difficult as they are making it to seem. Another good over comes to an end at the halfway stage. Z Sports are 65 for 4. Umair Ali to bowl his third over, 1 for 14. He's picked up a wicket as well. So all the bowlers that have come on have been successful for GHK Properties. Shahbaz Ali has marshalled his resources quite well. Bowling changes have been very good. Nice and straight again. Shahrukh now has to be a lot more watchful. His partners have come and gone. He has held one end, but the problem is he needs a partnership. Needs someone to stay out there with him for the next 5 to 6 overs, put together a decent partnership, get to maybe 100, 110. Try and reassess how much they will need. That could be very, very close. Yes, given by umpire Asif Iqbal. Shahrukh Mohammad is standing on his off stump. And the moment that struck, look at that back leg. It was a slower delivery from Umair Ali. It did hit him on the front leg, but he was going towards the off stump and it did look very, very straight. Umpire Asif Iqbal only had a second to give it a thought and he raised his finger without too much hesitation. That'll be the fall of the set batter. Shahrukh departs. And now this is some real trouble for Z Sports. 65 for 5. Nilanj Keswani is the new batter for Z Sports. A left-hander replacing another left-hander. He'll get off the mark with that single. Well, it's been a disappointing performance from the Z Sports batters. They started off very slowly, just couldn't get anything off the bat. Once they looked like they had a partnership, it all just fell apart. Last 4 wickets have fallen in quick succession. The projected score is not looking good. trying to guide that pass point. Ron Mustafa is not going to let that one go. Another dot ball. It's going to be tough going from here on for these two. They don't have too much time to settle in. Yes, there's 9 overs to go, but they're far behind on the run rate. And a brilliant over from Umair Ali comes to an end. Just a single off it and a wicket. It's 66 for 5 after 11. Ron Mustafa to bowl his third over. He's picked up 2 wickets and 2 big wickets. Rithya Aravind and Basil Hamid. First ball has been pushed for a single by Nilansh, which brings Zishan on to strike now against Ron Mustafa. Yeah, you can tell from the way they are batting, not looking for big shots here. Look to bat together maybe until the 15th, 16th over. They desperately need a partnership here, Z Sports. Yeah, this is something you expect from Ron Mustafa. Once in a while, he will tease the batter, play a bit of cat and mouse. Nicely played through the off. There is a fielder down there, should be able to cut it off. Mohit Kalyan, it seems. We keep it to just a single. They look to rotate the strike here on, pick up those 1s and 2s. Don't have much of a choice except to do that. Punched off the back foot, straight to the fielder. Another dot ball. Ron Mustafa gets through his overs very quickly. You've got to be focused as a batter. Now this time he'll get it past Ron Mustafa down towards long on for a single. 3 runs off this over. Already 5 deliveries in it. That's how quickly he bowls. Doesn't give you any breathing space, Ron Mustafa. 2 off 6 for Zishan Abid. He's certainly taken his time to get going. Can't get past the fielder. A dot ball to end another good over from Rohan. Just 3 off it. It's 69 for 5 after 12. Umair Ali will bowl out his quota. He's been brilliant as well. 2 for 15 in his 3 overs. This is his last over. Hasn't done too much. Just kept it nice and tight on a good length in line with the stumps. Batters just haven't been able to get him off. Won't be able to stop that. They'll think about a single. Oh, this time they'll get it. Ajay there. Just being a bit casual with that pickup. Will concede the single. Yeah, they are a bunch of perfectionists. GHK Properties, lots of experience in their camp. Yasir Kaleem behind the stump saying, you cannot do that. Every single matters. It's been such a long career for him. He's played thousands of domestic games. And even now, after all these years, you can see the commitment from him and the likes of Ron Mustafa as well. Looking for the big slog. Not sure if that's the option to go with. Plenty of time still left. They can just pick up the 1s and 2s, keep the Scoreboard ticking. Rotate the strike. Set themselves a platform maybe in the 16th over. And then look for boundaries. For now, this is what they'll have to do. Nudge them in the gaps. And keep rotating the strike. Both these bowlers in operation, Rohan and Umair Ali, best of friends of course, but also get through their overs very quickly. Won't let them get the single this time. Ajay redeeming himself for the previous lapse. Beaten, and a dot ball to end a brilliant spell from Umair Ali. 2 for 17 from him. It's 71 for 5 after 13. Good shot this from Zishan Abid. It was full from Ron Mustafa. And he's gone aerial. Over covers for a 4. Much needed one this from Z Sports. Very nice shot. Rohan bowling his last over of the spell. He's conceded just 16 in his 3.1 overs. Well, there seems to be some scuffle there between a couple of the players. Some conversation, some banter, some sledging. Umpires will get involved and ask them to cut it out. They are best of friends after all, a lot of them. Play a lot of cricket together, with each other, against each other. So they will have a few things to say each other. But I'm sure it's all in the best of spirits. It's never taken too seriously. Every once in a while it does get a little bit over the line. But I'm sure it's all good. Punched off the back foot. Gets the boundary, gets the single. Right thing to do from Zishan Abid. This needs to be a good partnership here for Z Sports. They cannot afford to lose another wicket here. Not much batting left in their lineup. We'll cut that off. Another dot ball. Boundary off the first ball of the over, so that should release some pressure. Down the ground, down on one knee. One bounce into the fence. Nilansh Keswani this time, getting in on the act. Full again from Rohan. And he's managed to get under it, Nilansh. Deposit it over the fence for a 4. Little bit of width this time, and it's gone past the fielder again. And it'll go for 4 again. 3 boundaries in this over, finding some momentum, Z Sports. This partnership now 19. Yeah, pull the length back because of the previous delivery that was hit for 4. But the problem was there was too much width on it. And once you pass that fielder at point, the outfield is quick enough to take it to the boundary. Oh my God, seems to be some serious alterations here. Umair Ali now with a few things to say to the batter. You don't want to see that. Generally, domestic cricket here in the UAE is played in the best of spirits. This is the Ramadan League here in Sharjah. umpire Asif Iqbal now will talk to Yasir Kaleem and ask him to calm his players down. He's the senior man in this team. Seems to be some conversation had between Zishan Abid and a couple of the fielders. It is a thankless job, isn't it, being an umpire when the stakes are high, the pressure is high. And we can continue playing. Last ball of the over coming up. Nilansh will get this past the fielder and get a single to end the over. A good over for Z Sports. 14 done. It's 85 for 5. Ajay Dharnia bowled the first over and now he's back to bowl his second, 15th of the innings. Starts off back of a length, nice and straight. Nilansh will be watchful against him. First ball, of course, against the left armour. Dot ball to start this over. The run rate is 6 per over, going at a run a ball. They'll know with the opposition and the batting they have, this will not be enough. Look to at least 130, 140. Put up a fighting score for their bowlers to bowl. Nilansh looking to use his feet against the fast bowler. Once again, it was back of a length from Ajay. This time he'll hit it in the gap and get a single. Still going at run a ball. Zishan Abid has found a boundary. It's looked good from the time he's walked out. Hasn't looked unfazed like the rest of the batters. This partnership now 21 between these two. They look to bat together throughout this innings now. Try and get some momentum towards the end of this innings. Finish on a high. Slightly slower that. Outside off. Fuller to Zishan Abid. Pull that down towards long on for a single. Into Nilansh Keswan is pads. He's managed to tuck that across towards square leg. Another single, so 3 singles off this over. $88 for 5 in the 15th over. Zishan Abid is on 9 off 12. Leading edge, but straight to point. This is good bowling from Ajay. Offering nothing to the batters to work with, keeping it very tight. GHK Properties bowling has been very impressive on a track that hasn't offered too much. It's been good in terms of ball coming onto the bat. Yes, a few of them have held on the surface, but otherwise no real threat as such. No swing, not much bounce in it. It's been good wicket to bat on, but the batters just haven't come to the party. Bouncer goes past his eye line, and Zishan will let it go. Brilliant over once again, just 3 off it. It's 88 for 5 after 15. Just the 1 over left for Haider Ali, and he'll bowl it now. The 16th over of the innings. This partnership is blossoming between Nilansh and Zishan. 23 between these two. Wickets were falling in a flurry. These two came together and have managed to stop that at least. This is something Nilansh has done throughout this innings. Wait for the ball to get to him and punch it off the back foot. He's happy to rotate the strike, get those ones. Zishan Abid will look to be the aggressor from here on, it seems. 5 overs left in this innings. They'll look to get to 130 at least. And for that, they'll need to find some boundaries. Through the off again. There is protection. Yeah, there. Oh, but he's made an absolute mess of it. The ball spun in front of him. Didn't account for it, and as a result, he overran it. And it's gone past him and past the line for 4. Yeah, just in no position after he overran it. Couldn't really make the adjustment. Zishan Abid has picked up a boundary. And as we imagined, he will look to be the aggressor here. He's picked up a boundary in this over. Haider Ali has picked up a wicket already. We'll be looking for 1 or 2 more here. This is big. This is very high. And this has cleared the fence. The first 6 of the innings from Z Sports. And it's come off the bat of Zishan Abid. Haider Ali under pressure. Picked up a boundary. Now a little too full, and Zishan has played this expertly. Made a little bit of room. Got under the ball. And it's gone up and over into the stands. On 99 now, Z Sports has projected score is looking much better. It's partnership now 34. Very much needed one. When they came together, it wasn't looking good for Z Sports, but these two have done very well. Drags the length back. Zishan waited for it. Punches it towards long off the back foot for a single. Now, does Nilansh look to replicate the aggression, or will he continue to be the anchor and just rotate strike? He goes big as well. And he picks up a boundary as well. He played a shot just like this previously. And he's done it again. It was full enough for him to get down on one knee and get under the ball. And once again, it's one bounce into the fence. No chance for long on to cut that off. Big over this for Z Sports. The 100 has come up as well. Finding some momentum now. Won't mind the dot ball. They've got plenty of runs in this over. Haider Ali finishes on 1 for 35 in his 4. It's 104 for 5 after 16. 4 overs to go. Z Sports are finding some momentum in their batting. Ajay to bowl his third over. Hasn't really played that with a lot of control. Zishan will go towards backward point for a single to start the over. Nilanj Keswani on strike now. A little bit of movement into him. Quick single. Will manage to get it. Both of them now into the 20s. These two have done well to resurrect this innings for Z Sports. At one point, they were really struggling at 60 odd for 5. This partnership now worth 41 runs with 3.5 plus overs to go. And now be looking beyond that projected score of 130. Then they'll have something to bowl at, their bowlers. For now, still a lot of work to do between these two. They've laid the foundation. Now it's about finishing well. Third man comes up. Driven all along the carpet. They'll get the quick single. Might think about an extra over on the overthrow, but will not risk it. And they can't afford a run out here, that's for sure. They've done all the hard work, these two. Changing the field for Nilanj, third man and deep extra cover in the deep on the offside. Hasn't played this with too much control. This could be a chance, but no, falls away from the fielder. That'll help them pick up a couple of runs. It wasn't the length to go full, like to play a shot like that. Got the upper part of the bat of Nilanj Keswani, but luckily for him, falls safely. Took one hand off the bat when playing that shot, so not in complete control. That was a very well ball delivery right in the block hole. Nilanj has done well to dig it out. Will be a single. Ajay has bowled extremely well. Just 10 runs off his 17 deliveries. Yet to concede a boundary, the left armer. He's bowled very tight lines. Does get a little bit of swing in the air. But again, it hasn't been all that difficult. The batters just haven't been adventurous enough, especially at the top of the order. Thought they were a little too timid and watchful. Might be asking for a wide, but Asif Iqbal with a nod of the head saying that was inside the line. So dot ball to end the over, 1-1-0 for 5 after 17. Shahbaz Ali around the wicket now to bowl the 18th over. Starts off with the low full toss. That's in the gap. Nilansh Keswani, expertly done. Didn't look to hit it too hard. He just wanted to get it in the gap between third and point. And he did that very well, opening the face of the bat just enough for that to fly away to the boundary. Once again, a 4 to start the over. Brings the score to 114 now. That's looking a lot better than it was in the start of the innings. They've found some momentum in their batting. That's way outside off. Will be called a wide. Shahbaz Ali looking to go for the wide Yorker. It is the business end of the innings, so expect them to do a lot more of that to keep the batters quiet. How well has that been struck? Not well enough, it seems. Haider Ali almost with a brilliant catch, but just can't hold on to it. That sounded brilliant from the bat of Nilansh Keswani. A length delivery, came down the track, went aerial. Just wasn't far enough, and Haider Ali almost holding on to a good running catch, but yeah, couldn't control it while he was falling. But he's done well to save the boundary. Just one run. Could have been at least a double. Yeah, when the ball's gone that high, more often than not, you're caught ball watching. Nilansh now on 29, Zishan on 22, so he's taken on the aggressive role, the youngster Nilansh. They are looking for their shots now. It is the 18th over. They've decided it's about time that they step on the gas. Slapped. Has it gone far enough? Nope, straight into the hands of Ron Mustafa. And Zishan Abid looking to force one down off a good length. Now, too early through the shot. May have come off the toe end of the bat, and an easy catch for Ron Mustafa down at long on. And that'll be the end of this partnership. Eventually, Zishan is the one that'll have to walk off. 116 for 6. Salman Randhawa in at number 8 for Z Sports. Fiercely struck through the off. There is protection down there, but a good looking shot. First one that he's faced. Will get off the mark, but there's not much time left in this innings. Just 2.5 overs to go. He'll have to go from ball 1. Nilansh, in the meantime, will play an important role as we come to a close of this innings. He's batted well on 29 of 23. Can he provide a much needed finish here, a big finish here for Z Sports? Get them across to 140 maybe, 135 maybe. He will also have a role in hand to bowl when he comes back for that second innings. Straight to the fielder, won't get past him. Dot ball. 2 overs left after this. You'd expect Ajay to bowl one and maybe Shahbaz to bowl the last one. And he's done well, Shahbaz Ali, in how he's used his bowlers. Yes, Haider Ali bowled 3 early on the trot. Maybe wanted to finish off his spinners early. Otherwise, it's been only pace, except for Haider Ali. Slow and kept low as well. Nilansh way too early through the shot, and that'll be a dot ball to end the over. 117 for 6 after 18. Two overs to go. Z Sports, after electing to bat first, 117 for 6. They've had a tough time, especially in the first half of this innings. There have been a couple of partnerships that have flourished for them. First between Rithya and the skipper Shahrukh. And then more recently, Zishan and Nilansh coming together. Now Nilansh is with Salman out there in these last 2 overs. Straight off the crease, no real footwork on that one, but he'll manage to give the strike back to Nilansh, which is what Z Sports will want. He's the set batter. He's been out there for a while now. Has managed to find some boundaries as well. They'll be hoping that he can provide them a good finish. Nilansh Keswani, very capable all-rounder. Known more for his bowling as a left-arm spinner. But he can certainly pack a punch. It's proven time and again that he is more than a capable batter. Looking to go leg side. That ball was just seaming in towards him. Hit him high on the bat. You can tell from the way he's playing his shots, he wants to go after everything. It hasn't been easy. The bowling, for one, has been very, very tight. Very disciplined bowling this from GHK Properties. Pulled away. And that's gone in the gap. That's gone for 4. Too short from Ajay. That's the first boundary he's conceded in this spell of his. And Nilansh will move into the 30s now. They get past the 120 mark. Z Sports at 1 point. Even this was looking difficult. Now with 9 deliveries left, anything extra they get from here will be a job well done from where they were. Good recovery. Straight back to the bowler. Was very firmly struck, so he won't be able to hold on to it. Ajay did well to get his hand down there. Doesn't seem to have done too much damage, so that's good news. He's got a couple of deliveries left in his spell. That's a full toss. It's been hit towards square leg. Rohan Mustafa trying to go for the catch will slip and lets the ball go over him. They might be looking for a no ball here, but no signal from umpire Asif Iqbal. Yes, that was slightly under the waist, but oh dear. Rohan Mustafa has not just overrun it, but has also slipped in the process. And that is a love to Nilansh to pick up another boundary. He's on 37 of 29. What a wonderful hand he's played. Nilansh Keswani came in when they were 5 down, but he's done brilliantly to provide some momentum into this batting and give them a good finish here. Slower from Ajay. And he'll push that down towards long on and keep the strike after getting that single. 127 for 6 after 19. Shahbaz Ali to bowl the last over of this innings. 127 for 6 for Z Sports. How much can they finish with? That's the struck. Fielder will cut that off. Rohan Mustafa. Nilansh wants a second, but he will not get it. There was a little hit a little too well by him. Always going to be risky coming back for the second. Salman now on strike. Single off the first ball. Salman on strike. Pulled away very nicely. Bit of work to do for the fielder, but he'll get past him. 4 runs to Z Sports. They will take that. Into the 130s now. 132. Nilansh starting off very quickly to try and get on strike. But he'll be more than happy with Salman getting that boundary. Too short from Shahbaz. Was pulled away very well by Salman Randhawa. 404. Well, they'll be more than happy given where they are compared to how they started. They were 3 for 1 after 2.5 overs. Very slow start. Wickets falling, wickets tumbling. But they've managed to resurrect this innings. Leading edge goes past the fielder and that's another boundary. Doesn't matter how they come. Shahbaz with a bit of pace. He's looking to whip that towards the leg side. It's taken the edge. And luckily for him, it's gone past the fielder. Back-to-back boundaries. 136 now. This is a much better score. They were hoping to try and scramble to 120 at one stage, but they've got a lot more than that on the board now with 3 deliveries left. He's looking to target his toes. And this has been very well struck as well from Salman. Wow, what a shot. How well has he timed this? It's a huge gap between mid-wicket and long on. But look at this for a shot. He's ducked it out of his toes. And he's hit it well enough for it to run away to the boundary. 3 back boundaries back to back. Rohan Mustafa obviously not happy with his fielder at mid-wicket. I think it's Nasir Faraz over there. He said, you should have been the one to cut this off, not me from long on. Yasir Kaleem, of course, indicating the same. He's now asking his fielder to get a bit more straighter. Making the adjustment. Right then, 3 back-to-back boundaries for Salman Randhawa. Can he find another one in these last 2? Slower delivery. Will not get back onto it, and Nilansh has scrambled through for a quick bye, which means he will keep strike for the last ball. But Salman has done his job. Came out to bat, picked up 3 boundaries in this last over and got the score to 141. Much better than what they would have imagined. Yes, the skipper did say in the toss that he was looking to put up at least 200 on this track, but yeah, they'll take this. If you had asked them after the first 3-4 overs how much they'll want from this track. So certainly a total that they can fight with, that they can play with. Change for the last ball. Long off goes down. Deep extra cover in position on the offside. Third man fine leg up in the circle. Low full toss straight to the fielder. Nilansh will be happy with just a single. And he moves on to 40. Z Sports end with 142 for 6 in their 20 overs. That is how they started off. Then they won the toss, wanted to bat first. They said they wanted 200, but GHK Properties bowled really well in the start of the innings. Didn't give away anything. In the end, it was a partnership between Nilansh and Zishan that allowed them to propel to a big score. Nilansh with 40 of 32. Shahrukh, the skipper, at the top, 34 of 30. He was the lone warrior there. The rest of the batters coming and going. Zishan Abid towards the end, providing a runner ball, 22 of 21, along with Nilansh. Good bowling from Umair Ali and Rohan Mustafa, the two old horses for GHK Properties, 2 wickets apiece for them, and Haider Ali contributing with a wicket with his left arm spin. And in the end, Z Sports manage 142 for 6, and they've got a fighting total on the board. We'll take a break, and when we are back, it will be the chase from GHK Properties. Welcome back to the Sharjah Stadium. We've just had the first innings done and dusted of the quarter-final of the Cup edition. It is Z Sports taking on GHK Properties. Z Sports, of course, won the toss, batted first and put up 142 for 6 in their allotted 20 overs. It was a bit of a struggle for them early on, but a good partnership between Nilansh Keswani and Zishan Abid ensured that they got to 142. Nilansh, of course, with a brilliant knock of 40. He was out there right until the end, providing some important blows in getting to that 140. But it was some very disciplined bowling from GHK Properties on a track that doesn't look too bad to bat on. Umair Ali picking up 2 wickets, Rohan Mustafa picking up 2 wickets, but more importantly, it was the start of the innings in which they bowled some very tight lines, didn't allow Z Sports to have a big power play, and as a result, yes, 142 does seem a score that is below par here, but given the way they started, Z Sports will feel they've got something to bowl at. The 2 umpires, Kashif Pilla and Asif Iqbal, are out there already. So are the 2 batters. And that will be the huddle from the Z Sports men, ensuring that the instructions are loud and clear in how they want to go about defending this 142 that their batters have put up. Remember, GHK Properties is a very experienced team. Lots of big names in there, the likes of Yasir Kaleem, Rohan Mustafa. Yasir Kaleem, remember, is the highest run getter in this tournament so far. 180 plus runs for him in the 3 innings that he's played. Rohan Mustafa, of course, we all know of his capabilities. If he gets going, very few can stop him. Very distractive left-handed batter. And of course, they've still got plenty of batting in their lineup. So this should be a good contest. And to keep it interesting, these sports bowlers will have to be right on the money and very, very disciplined with their bowling. It looks like it will be Danish Qureshi to start things off. He's a very capable bowler. Swings the ball both ways. Doesn't have too much pace, but he does keep batters quiet with some very accurate bowling. Still chilly days here in the UAE. We still haven't let go of winter, so you see some of these players still wearing those jumpers. It is Ramadan after all. Lovely evenings all over the UAE. Of course, not the best of situations, but we make good of what's for us, at least in terms of the climate. With there, of course, will play an important role in decision making alongside Shah Rukh. Experienced man he is, played around the world in different leagues at the highest level for UAE as well. Nilansh will be another one of those who will contribute in terms of ideas, and it looks like they'll have a slip in position also, so that's good attacking mindset from the bowler. And it seems like we're all set for the chase to begin here. 9 p.m. exactly is what the time is here in Sharjah on another beautiful Ramadan evening here in the UAE. Nice cold weather, lovely outfield, lovely stadium, and we're all set for the chase here on the Ramadan League at the Sharjah Stadium. Well and truly underway. In fact, towards the business end of it as we watch the quarter-final unfold. Reminder that the winner of this will play Karwan Sports Club in the semi-final of the Cup edition. We also have another game coming up, which will be the quarter-final of the Plate edition. But for now, this is the chase from GHK. 143 is the target. Nice and straight from Danish to start off. A little bit of shape inward to Rohan, but a dot ball to begin with. Z Sports would have remembered what GHK did. They didn't rely too much on what the pitch has to offer. They were just focused on bowling good lines. And Z Sports will have to do that. You won't have to go searching for wickets. If you just keep it there and thereabout, batters will make mistakes. Chasing one outside off, but will get away with that one, Danish Qureshi. Not the best of deliveries. There was a slip in position, but he's been taken off now. Third and finer up in the circle. There's protection on the 2 sides of the ground. One at backward point and of course one at deep square leg. Both very fine behind square. I do know that Rohan Mustafa is very strong square of the wicket. So protecting those boundaries on his 2 sides. Now this is not going to help. Way far down the leg side. first runs on the board. And of course, partnering Rohan Mustafa at the top is another destructive batter, Sagar Kalyan. Who's also played at very high levels. He'll be also looking to provide a start here alongside Rohan Mustafa. He's played some very big innings here at the Sharjah Stadium, some big hundreds as well. This target of 142 doesn't look menacing for a team with the skills and the kind of names that GHK Properties have. So they know they will take their time, but they should be quite confident in chasing this down. Outside off again, Danish Qureshi struggling with his lines a little bit. There's one outside off to Rohan Mustafa, then he bowled a wide to him down the leg side. Now this one to Sagar Kalyan, a little bit of room and width offered. He'll have to be careful. These batters can punish bad deliveries quite easily. Shot on that occasion, pulled towards mid-wicket. Shy at the non-strikers end. Rohan was interested for a single on the overthrow, but Sagar will not want to take a risk. So mixing it up here, Danish Qureshi. This one was dug in short. So far, just 2 runs, both of them off extras. There seems to be a hold up here. Looks like the wicket keeper, Zishan Abid, I think it is, maybe feeling a bit dizzy. Remember, it is Ramadan. These players do fast before the match begins, so maybe a little bit of weakness and fatigue taking over. He did bat for a long time out there. Just not feeling 100% and doesn't want to take any chances. They're asking for some liquids to be brought in. All right, it seems Zishan has been sent in for some rest, which does seem like the right thing to do. And Ritya Aravind, the very capable wicketkeeper, has taken over from him. 2 wicket keepers playing for you, always an advantage. Yeah, Danish just not getting his line right. He's really struggled here. That's the second wide he's bowled down the leg side to Sagar this time. So, been a bit all over the place. They'll know very well they cannot afford this, Z Sports. Wicket doesn't have too much to offer, but it's good lines that will help you restrict a strong batting lineup like GHK. No runs off the bat yet. 3 extras so far. Shaping into the right-hander off the pads of Sagar Kalyan. Will wait for the umpire's signal. Yes, it is a leg buys, so still no runs off the bat. 4 extras in total, which will bring Rohan Mustafa back on strike. Now it's a left-hander, so another adjustment to be made for Danish Qureshi here. They do have Shahid Bhutta in their lineup as well. Man on your screen, fielding at point. He'll probably share the new ball with Danish Qureshi. Express space, Shahid. Oh dear. Oh dear, Danish Qureshi, what have you done? Rohan Mustafa down the track. That probably put him off, and he's gone way down the leg side, and no chance for Vrithya or anyone else to cut that off. That'll be 5 wides, and very, very indisciplined bowling, one must say. Especially when you're defending a low score of 142. Some interest, of course, here from those that have come in to watch. Some familiar faces as well. That's much better. Yes, it is leg side-ish, but needs to be in line with the stumps as much as possible, Danish Qureshi. That'll be another leg by. So, 10 runs off the first over. None of them off the bat. It's 10 for no loss after 1. Temur to share the new ball with Danish. And finally, GHK get a run off the bat. It's 11 for no loss now. Rohan Mustafa will get off the mark. Mohammad Temur. And he's bowled one down the leg side as well. This is not going to help Z Sports. They cannot afford to be bowling this many extras. Just 7 deliveries, and they've already bowled 11 of them. Defending 142. They need to be a lot more disciplined. Make the batters play their shots, earn their runs. That is an exquisite shot from Sagar Kalyan. It was full. It was on a driving length. And how well has he placed that? Beautiful. Oh, that is so nice to see. Front foot forward, open in the face of the bat. An aerial intentionally to go over the infield. And a beautiful shot for 4. Gets off the mark in style, Sagar Kalyan. No real aggression on that, pure timing and confidence. This one slightly back of a length, straight in line with the stumps. He'll make room and push that towards point. Rohan, as always, inciting a mistake from the fielder. He took a start at the non-strikers then, tempted the point fielder to have a shy at the non-strikers then, and as a result, there was a misfield on the overthrow. He's managed to cross over, and now he'll take strike. And that's what you always get with Rohan Mustafa. Constantly looking to do things, looking to keep the fielders on their toes. 17 runs already. This is a good start for GHK without too much effort. More of this is what Z Sports need. Good lines, dot deliveries, apply the pressure on these two batters, not make it easy for them to chase this down. That is fantastic. Down the track, a little bit of width on offer, and he's absolutely slapped that pass point for 4. Second boundary of the over. This one off the bat of Rohan Mustafa. This is something he does very well. Uses his feet, puts the bowler off his mark, and he's absolutely swashbuckled it. That'll be the second boundary for the over. So runs are coming by quite easily here for GHK Properties from extras and from boundaries. 21. And it's not even the end of the second over. Down the track again. This time Taimur is much closer to Rohan Mustafa. Won't get any bat onto it. And a dot ball to end another good over for GHK. 21 for no loss after 2. Once again, Sagar Kalyan, stand and deliver. Little bit of width is all he needs, and he's pounced on it. This time through the point region. No chance for the fielder. Delightful batting this between these two. All the boundaries have come square of the wicket. In fact, there have been 3, and all 3 have been fantastic shots from these two batters. Sagar picking up 2 boundaries. 1 for Rohan Mustafa. Questions to answer for Z Sports. It's just not gone their way in this second half of this game. 142 is all they've got. They'll have to bowl much better than this if they are to defend it. Edge, and it gone past the fielder again. This time it won't be off the middle of the bat, but Sagar Kalyan won't mind it. It hasn't carried to the fielder. It's gone in the gap and it's gone for another 4. Oh, how unfortunate is this for Danish. He's got a third man that is up in the circle. Point is round as well, but it still goes in the gap between those two. Back-to-back boundaries in this over. Big start, this 12.5 runs per over is the run rate they're going at. 29 for no loss in under 2.5 overs. It's a result of being aggressive and being positive, which is what was lacking from the Z Sports openers. A little too watchful, a little too timid in their approach they were. I would say that is an intentional shot. It wasn't an edge, but more intentionally opening the face of the bat and hitting it towards third. Will get the single. He's done his job in this over, Sagar Kalyan. Got a couple of boundaries. Will get off strike. It's looking all too easy here for GHK Properties. 30 already in 2.5 overs, 113 runs required still. But they've gotten off to a really good start. Had to really dig that one out, Ron. Was angling back into him. Another single because the fielder wasn't able to pick that up cleanly. And you can tell the pressure these two batters are applying on the bowler and the fielders. They're constantly looking for boundaries, constantly looking for runs. Aggression is the name of the game for these two. Yes, despite it not being a pass score, they still want to go at a good rate here, looking for boundaries all the time. That's what you get with experience and the kind of hard-hitting batters that you have in GHK Properties. Straight behind the bowler. He got a hand to it, Danish Qureshi. That slowed it down, and Basil Hamid will clean it up and keep it to a single. Yasir Kaleem yet to come for GHK Properties. He's made 180 runs in the 3 matches that he's played. So, highest run getter of the tournament so far. So, they've got plenty of batting, plenty of firepower left to chase this down. Back of a length, Rohan will watchfully play that off, and a dot ball to end the over. 32 for no loss after 3. Well, despite being expensive, Taimur will get a second over. Sagar Kalyan will be on strike. It's 32 for no loss now after 3. Picked up and picked up nicely. And it's gone all the way for a 6. Another exquisite shot from Sagar Kalyan. He makes it look easy and he makes it look lovely. Taimur going full, and look at that for a shot. Oh yes, stay steady, pose for the photo, because that is a fantastic shot from Sagar Kalyan. He loves batting here at Sharjah, and he's enjoying himself out there. 6 to start the over. Straight to the fielder. And a dot ball. More of this is what Z Sports will be saying. They've given away too many runs in the first 3 overs. All the big hitting that they had towards the end of that innings to get to 140 has been nullified with the start that GHK have got. Cut away strong from Sagar Kalyan. What a good looking shot again. Not too much width, but he's cut it like a blade. Look at that. Wow. And that went very, very quickly before you could blink towards the boundary. Looking all too easy here for GHK Properties. Some brilliant shots on display. Some brilliant batting on display here. Fielders didn't have to move. Onto the pads, he's knocked it around towards square leg. Won't mind getting the single. 11 runs off the over already. Taimur has been expensive. Gave away 11 in the first over. Now 11 in this over already. 2 to go. Sagar Kalyan is striking at a rate of 200 here. 26 of 13 for him. How often do you see Rohan Mustafa playing the quiet role in a partnership? But that's how well Sagar Kalyan is batted. 6 of 9 is Rohan. He's certainly taking his time and he can afford to. Just low in confidence here. The bowler, he's been taken apart. Have to reload his run up. Z Sports need a wicket here. They need to break this partnership. Get some momentum into this bowling innings of theirs. Been struggling from the time they've walked out. Driven past point. There is protection down there. Rohan Mustafa more than happy to get the single and give the strike back to Sagar Kalyan, who's played some very good shots so far. 1 6 and 3 boundaries to him. Questions to answer here for C Sports. Where are they going to get their wicket from? Maybe bring in a spinner inside the power play, slow it down, force the batters to play some big shots. Last ball of the over. Sagar Kalyan on strike. And he's gone about his business quite easily. Another boundary to end over number 4. 2 full again. Stand and deliver is what Sagar Kalyan has been doing throughout this innings. Quickly on to 30 off just 14. And GHK, wow, what a start they've had. 48 for no loss after 4. Nilanj Keswani into the attack. They will look to slow it down now. Z Sports, the faster bowlers have gone for plenty, so have turned to Nilanj to try and prize out a wicket here, break this partnership. Rohan and Sagar have gotten off to a brilliant start, and the extras haven't helped either. Too many of them from the fast bowlers. Rohan Mustafa using his feet as he always does against the spinners. Push that towards mid-wicket for a single. Again, he's happy to play the anchor's role here. Sagar Kalyan has been playing some exquisite shots. Now, how does he go about against Nilanj Keswani? Does he continue to be aggressive? But with the equation at runner ball, 94 required of 94, will he just look to knock it around, take lesser risks against the spinners perhaps? It is a shorter boundary on his leg side. Stayed low, that one. Sagar was up to it. One thing that he does really well, Sagar, he plays very late. Waits for the ball to get to him, doesn't overcommit. Allows him that extra bit of time to judge the bounce, judge the pace. Has looked very solid today. Nilanj obviously being brought on to slow it down. So far so good, no boundaries conceded. Slapped away through the off. And that'll be a boundary for Rohan Mustafa. 2 short and 2 wide. Easy pickings for the experienced man. Yeah, makes room. Clears the front leg and goes hard through the offside. No chance for the fielder to cut that off. So 6 runs off this over already. 2 to go. Looking all too easy. The 50 has come up as well for GHK Properties in just the 5th over. A very contrasting start this, as opposed to how Z Sports went about their first power play. This is down the leg side. Too easy. Another boundary. Nilansh once again dropping it short. This time onto the pads of Rohan. He's just swiveled it across towards deep square leg. No fielder there. And another boundary. So runs are coming thick and fast here for GHK Properties. This could all be over very, very quickly. Z Sports are having an off day. A very off day. This time it's straight to the fielder. They will get the single. And it's a misfield. It goes right through him, which will allow them to cross over for maybe 2 more and make it a total of 3 off the last ball. That will sum up Z Sports' day so far. And they're going for another one. Wow, they run 4 runs. This is absolute comic stuff. Hands on hips from Vidya Aravind. Unbelievable. 61 for no loss after 5.
Well, testing times here for Z Sports. Nilansh Keswani being clattered for 14 runs. GHK on fire. Rohan, Mustafa and Sagar Kalyan building up this opening stand. Required run, it is below a runner ball, so that tells you a story. Medon was in the circle. Sagar will be frustrated. He missed out. So going very much to plan B here is Shahrukh Amin. No serious turn on offer here for Reis. Just trying to keep a lid on the scoring, get through the power play session. But it's been slam bang from GHK Properties. They did the job in the first half of the game, restricting Z Sports to just 142. That was never going to be enough. Early wickets was the name of the game. Rohan Mustafa taking a bit of time to get going. Watchful 20 of 16, but he can just switch gears in a matter of seconds. Slammed away on the roof of the Sachin Tendulkar stand. A long hop and sent flying. Nothing delivery, halfway down. Was trying to cramp him for room. But look at that one. Absolutely smashed. And GHK Properties looking dominant once again. So many match winners in a single team. Even for Z Sports, to be honest, we were expecting a much tighter battle in this Cup quarter-final. This could have been a final on any other day of the Sharjah Ramadan League. That's just the way the brackets have worked out. And that ball has gone so far. Yep, Mr. Gopal, out he goes. So Mr. Humaj Gondal, the owner of GHK Properties, looking quite relaxed. His team is very much on song. Both openers in great touch. Good running. Oh, a misfield. Will only only cost them one. But they've taken care of half the target right here in the power play itself. And even Reis has taken a bit of tap. Putting pressure on the fielders, but only for one. Superb power play session for the chasing side. 71 for no loss. It's going to be Shahid Bhutta coming in from the Sharjah Cricket Academy end. Beautiful balance. Beautiful square drive. That was absolute. So Shahid Bhutta, early boundary. This could be over in a double quick time here. Pitch is flat as attack. Openers well set. And they look 100% switched on here, Sagar and Rohan. Shahid Bhutta, very fine bowler, has that extra yard of pace. But you can see from the body language of the Z sports lads, they're just mentally switched off at the moment, I feel. Going through the motions. Can be quite energy sapping mentally when you're getting hammered around defending a low score. Picking up ones and twos at will. Shahrukh Amin, the skipper. Can be difficult to motivate the troops. You've got a lot on your mind as a captain. He opens the innings as well. And they've tasted success in the past year at Sharjah, so this would be particularly disappointing. Been a good recovery after the boundary, but don't see that wicket taking penetration. coming in from any of the Z Sports bowlers so far. All have travelled for runs. Rahan Mustafa taking his own sweet time, as is his right. Oh, inside edge could have gone anywhere. Chance for a run out. Needed a direct hit from Nilansh. Decent over from Bhutta. 80 for no loss. Basil Hamid with a right arm off break. Can he create an impact here? Required run rate of just 4.8. Oh, beautiful from Sagar. That ball was pitching on leg and he's hammered it over extra cover. On middle stump rather. But the way he stepped away from the sticks to access the offside, he's a very, very special player. Mere mortals cannot execute that stroke. Beautiful. And he would like to come in carrying his bat and hitting the winning runs. Looking absolutely rock solid. Fluent 46. Pitch is playing well. Not a big score to chase. And his partner is playing for him. Oh, Rohan Mustafa baiting the overthrow. Such a canny customer. It was Shahid Randhawa at cover point. There was no need. And even the long on was a bit lazy to back the ball up. So winner of this encounter will face Karwan CC. That will be another fascinating game. Or delightfully played. It will be 50 for Sagar Kalyan of just 26 deliveries. A fist pump to the dugout. A man on a mission, and they are plenty pleased. Why not? He has looked absolutely on his A game. 92 for no loss. So Shahid Bhutta into second over. Punched down the ground. Mid-off is up. And Rohan Mustafa has all the time in the world to bunt it over him for a boundary. Hitting on the rise. Fantastic stroke. And it wasn't a hack. Played with the straight blade. Beautiful lofted off drive. So on the verge of a 100 partnership. Exactly what you want in a knockout game, for the top order to take care of it. Oh, there is no single there. Rohan was interested. He is always interested. Batting with complete and utter freedom. He's shifting in the box, in and around the crease. Sometimes standing on off, sometimes outside leg. In a very relaxed frame of mind. So this may well be the end of the road for Z Sports in the 37th edition of the Ramadan League. Just the luck of the draw, really. They would have fancied themselves against any other team apart from the powerhouse that is GHK Properties. But that does often happen. Hooked away and for 6. Was a bit top edgy. It was a searing bouncer. But he was ready for it. He was expecting it. And flies into the stands. 100 partnership raised. Did take his eyes off it, but got a decent chunk. Frustration for Shahid Bhutta. He's reading the bowler's intention so well. And it's very important for your top order to be in form as you progress through the playoff stage. So often it's make or break. If somebody in the top 3 is getting big runs in the big matches, eases the pressure, eases the tension in the dugout. Deep cover won't get there. Sumptuous boundary for Rohan Mustafa. And it's another big over. GHK are on a roll. Short, wide, and just chopped it away. And hit it straight enough to beat the sweeper cover. 108 for no loss. Ronak Panoli to roll his arm over. Certainly got a bit of grip on that one. Putting a lot of revs on the ball. He has a very good action for a left arm spinner. Rhythmical, beautiful release. I think he under bowls himself. If he's in my team, he is a genuine sixth bowler every single time. So Rohan Mustafa eyeing yet another half century. How many has he made in his domestic career? I'm sure even he doesn't know. Oh, there could be a run out. Throw is a bit off target. That should have never been two. Sweeper cover. Salman Randhawa is having a tough time. It is a big boundary. You need to be a few yards in. There should be another two. Yes. Look at that. He's got the energy of a 16-year-old Rohan Mustafa. That's why he is such a champion cricketer. Never lets his standards fall. And when he's in the park, nothing less than 110%. Not a bad over from Ronak, but not much of a threat either. 115 on board. So the skipper going to roll his arm over. Not a bad start, just angling it across the righty. All fun and games at the Sharjah Ramadan League. Oh, they're stealing a single. And they'll steal two as well. Wasn't a bad short option, the reverse, the switch. Has he hit it well enough? Not quite. Well taken at deep mid wicket. Faisal makes no mistake, and Shahrukh Amin, the captain, gets himself in the game. Flighted delivery, not quite out of the middle, fetching it and holds out. But a fabulous knock from Sagar Kalyan comes to an end. Gone for 61. 118 for one are GHK. Mohit Kalyan getting some time out in the middle. Very fine player. He's gotten himself a haircut. Last I saw him. Is there an edge? Yes, there is. Shah Rukh Amin of all people with a double strike. Was a filthy delivery. Extremely wide of off. And Mohit chased it. And well taken by Vritya. So Shah Rukh Amin is on a hat-trick. Well, their Ramadan League campaign might be ending today. But can the Z Sports captain pick up a hat-trick? Slip, short extra cover, short mid-wicket in catching positions. Leaving that well alone. It's been a great over. Yasir Kaleem calmly off the mark. 119 for 2. So just 24 runs away. Game completely in control. Needs to be careful. Was on the back foot, playing across the line. We have a very intriguing encounter coming up next. The plate semi-final. UUDS Tuskers taking on Galaxy Sports. Beautifully bowled. In fact, he's bowled him. Ronak Panoli getting one to just curve away from Rohan Mustafa. Just played the wrong line, in fact. That's an absolute beauty. So a flurry of wickets for Z Sports. But is it too little too late? 120 for 3. So Nasir Faraz in at 5. Surely there's no panic setting in here in the GHK dugout, is it? Just need another 20 odd runs. But those can be a bit tricky at times. Well, not for Yasir Kaleem. Punchy drive off the back foot. Ronak is rightfully disappointed with his long off fielder. But it wasn't a great delivery. Short and whacked hard by Kaleem. Oh, half chance. Great effort. Got lucky, Yasir Kaleem. Absolute toe end of the bat. And it was to his stronger side. 125 for 3. So Shah Rukh Amin, the pick of the Z Sports bowlers so far. That's good for him, but not good for the team. Oh, this could be another one. Put down. Salman Randhawa. He reacted late. Half tracker. It was straight to him, but he was off the marks a split second late. Not an easy catch, dipping in front of you. But it certainly should have been number 3 for Shah Rukh. To be fair, Shah Rukh and Ronak have bowled well in tandem. Maybe if it was a 165, 170, could have been a different game. But ifs and buts. Oh, beautifully bowled. There is a stumping appeal. Are they celebrating? I think Nasir Faraz is heading off. I think he's got him. Vritti Arvind with the lightning glove work. Oh yes, oh yes, beautifully done. Shah Rukh with his third, and Nasir Faraz is stumped. 129 for 4. So they've made a meal of this run chase. have GHK in the last 2-3 overs. Had a 100-run opening stand, but Shahrukh and Ronak have bowled beautifully together, just delaying the inevitable. But delayed they certainly have. Let me tell you, it's a difficult wicket to play the spinners slowish. That will beat the mid-on. Thumped down the ground by Yasir Kaleem. Too short, and he had all the time in the world to pick his spot. Could have gone over extra, could have gone over cow corner. Instead, he went past the mid-on. Oh, who's he? And that will be another boundary. Scorching boundary for Yasir Kaleem. Another nothing delivery. Pure power. Whack into the title sponsors board. So just 6 needed for a handsome victory. 137 for 4. So Harshit Kaushik back from national team duty from the T20 World Cup. He'll be looking to finish the game here. Oh, excellent fielding by Nilanj, putting his body on the line even though the game is beyond reach. Look at the strapping on his fingers. He's been in the wars, let me tell you. Wringing his right hand. In the gap. Beautifully put away. Another floaty delivery from Shahrukh Amin. This time Harshit made sure he missed Nilanj Keswani. So it will be Yasir Kaleem with the privilege of hitting the winning runs. In the end, they've done it with plenty of time to spare. Yep, just within the tram lines. And that is game, set and match. Smash to the extra cover fence. GHK Properties win their Cup quarter-final encounter against Z Sports by 6 wickets. And 5 overs to spare. In the end, they took care of that target of 143 with complete ease and comfort thanks to fabulous batting up top from Rohan Mustafa and Sagar Kalyan. There you can see that big partnership up top. 45 of 30 for Rohan. Sagar Kalyan with a fluent half century. 61 of 34. A few wickets falling in the process. But Yasir Kaleem making sure there were no alarm bells in the dugout. 20 of 16 for him. In terms of the bowling, Shahrukh, the captain, the standout bowler. Everybody took a lot of tap, especially up top. Danish Taimur Bhatti, Nilansh and Rais, as well as Shahid Bhutta, all going for runs. So there it is. Z Sports batting first could only manage 142. Nilansh with a hard-fought 40. Shahrukh Amin played well for 34. But in terms of the bowling, Umair Ali Khan and Rohan Mustafa outstanding, 2 wickets apiece. And GHK Properties in the run chase led by Sagar Kalyan and Rohan Mustafa made sure they got to that target in double quick time, even though Shahrukh Amin picked up 3 wickets. GHK Properties winning by 6 wickets and progressing on to the cup semi-final of the 37th Sharjah Ramadan League. We'll take a short break and be right back with the post-match presentation.
Hello, hello. 1, 2, 3.
ठीक है जी. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the post-match presentation of the Conmix Sharjah Ramadan League 2026, the 37th edition of this tournament. First of all, I would like to thank Sharjah Cricket and all its administration working behind the scenes for organizing such a wonderful tournament. We'd also like to thank our sponsors, our title sponsor Conmix, the leading manufacturer of ready-mix concrete and pre-mix plaster in the Middle East, our commercial partner Sport Ethics, and our broadcast partner cricketlounge.tv. In match number 33, that was the Cup quarter-final. GHK Properties defeated Z Sports by 6 wickets. Commencing ahead, we would be moving on to the Player of the Match award for the night. The award will be presented by our esteemed match referee, Mr. Tehseen Javed. And the Conmix Player of the Match, of course, Rohan Mustafa, for his quick-fire 45 runs and 2 wickets with the ball against a quality side. Rohan, wickets and runs against a very, very good team. Overall, you must be very satisfied with your personal performance.
Yes, of course. Honestly, it was not that much easy wicket. And starting, you need to play on that wicket, take time on wicket because the ball kept low. And yeah, we did well. Like as you saw, Sagar played really well with me. He gave a very good start to the team, which is, when you feel comfortable, you don't need to hit any something like different. And other than that, honestly, we have very good performance in bowling, especially in starting. We were like on stage from starting overs. Yeah, a little bit poor fielding from us, but hopefully we recover tomorrow and do well.
Rohan, of course, you're playing all these matches during the holy month of Ramadan. You're fasting in the day. What is the advice to give to the young cricketers who are fasting and playing in the evening also?
Honestly, yeah, it's quite difficult when you go in the later stage of Ramadan because you give energy to all the matches and then, you have a lot of good competition. You just need to focus on your performance. Honestly, when you come, you don't have to think a lot of things. You just have to concentrate on your performance. And I believe once you think about your performance, you do well.
Well, you are the ideal role model for all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's all from the post-match presentation for now. Stay tuned. We have the plate semi-final coming up next.